ShartimusPrime. Reading comics, toys are hella sick, hella whacking it, taking bad hits, taking bad shit. Subscribe.
Hey, what's up, you guys? ShartimusPrime here, doing another 2-in-1 Marvel Legends action figure review, and today we're going to look at the Wave 2 X-Men 97 Disney Plus series, Magneto and the X-Cutioner. And I gotta say, so far, both of these are looking pretty cool. I can't wait to watch the show Wednesday, March 20th. I'm very excited about it. I'm pumped for this. Anyway, you can see the other figures from the Wave on the back. You get some nice looking product shots over there as well, and then nothing on the side, top or bottom. So let's get to it and crack these things open. And if you're trying to get your Marvel Legends, you can do so at
Big. Get your big badass toys at BigBadToyStore.com. Click the link in the description below.
And here are the figures out of the packaging, and I gotta say, they look really good. The X-Cutioner actually is surprisingly awesome, man. I mean, well, I didn't think it was gonna be weak or anything, but, you know, I did need assistance from some of the promo shots to figure out what to do with all the weapons and everything, so yeah, I definitely recommend doing that, or I just did it right for you right now. Anyway, let's get a closer look. We'll start with Magneto. So I mostly like this Magneto figure. I think it does look cool. This is the suit he had when he was leading the X-Men, which I have not personally read those books. I try to catch up and fill in all the gaps, but going back to the figure right here, I do like both of the head sculpts. I wish the hair was just a little bit longer. Now, they are identical to each other. He does have an angry head right here, which actually does look pretty good. I think they both look pretty good, to be honest with you. And I also think they kind of look like the 3-pack version right over here, which I think this is where this head's from. I mean, the skin tone's totally different, but it's still, you know, the facial features look like it's almost the same dude. Different versions of the same dude, I guess, which is what it's supposed to be, because this is for the new 97 movie. But anyway, yeah, I just wish the hair was a little bit longer so it could go over the back of the cape. Whenever you move the head around, the cape's going to come out of place, and you can see you have the back port right over there. There it is. Now you can see it, so that's how that's supposed to port in, but the second you move the head around, it just comes off. So, yeah, that could be irritating. And the body reuse right here is from Vulcan, but we do have some new stuff right here, like the forearms. I really like how this isn't just painted over, it's actually molded together like this, so you could feel a seam if you run your finger against it, so that's pretty cool. And we have the pinless tech and little bits of fabric sculpted in there to show that it's, you know, actual fabric, not just skin. I think that's pretty cool. The M looks really good right here too. I think it goes down far enough. I feel like I remember it going farther down, but I do like that it's painted all the way through in there, and it doesn't seem like they just gave it one little coat. It seems to be a fair amount of paint on there. No other paint details throughout the rest of the figure, and you have the cape right over here on the back. No effects for the figure either. Oh, I love that band, but rest in peace, no effects. But anyway, you get open hands right over here, along with the fisted hands, and yeah, either one of these would have been fine. I'm still waiting for Hasbro to reissue these, but with different colors, and yeah, these are from Havoc. They haven't done so yet. I also took pictures with some of these effects right over here, which are cool, but I don't know. I think more of this would be nice to see. But anyway, I hope Hasbro reuses these more in the future. We've only seen them with the Havoc once, and that's it. And here's looking at X-Cutioner, and I think he looks very, very cool. I'm not terribly familiar with the character, but, you know, based off of what I found online, this looks like a pretty decent representation of X-Cutioner. Definitely has a softer look over here, and it does fit in with the animated design, I think. Even though I haven't seen the show yet, I cannot wait to see the show, right? I saw that 1-minute clip. Oh, man, they're kicking those Sentinels' asses. Ah, it looks so awesome. But anyway, the gunmetal gray on this looks fantastic. I do like that. And you can see there's not a whole ton of paint apps throughout. I don't know what this FOH stands for. I did some research, and it looks like he was working for the feds at one point, you know, hunting down mutants. But yeah, I don't know what the FOH is. Tell me if you know in the comment section below. The letters do look okay. I can see some of the brown seeping through there. I feel like it could have used another coat. You get that metal color in the plastic over here with a little bit of brown mixed in with it, which I think adds some kind of detail, especially when you see light, you know, refracting off of that plastic. You can see that brown go in and out. So I think that's pretty neat. And then you can see some nice paint detail right over here. We don't have any interchangeable hands. I like this whole piece right over here. It adds a lot of motion to the figure when you pose them around. The interlaying piece is a different color, so this is more of a dark gray. This is black. And then the boots look really good on this figure as well. I love the silver right over here, and the browns and everything look really good. Even though you do have a little bit of the banana boot thing going on over there at the end, which does bother me, and you get peg holes at the bottom of the feet. A little bit of marbleizing in that plastic. I'm not seeing too much right over here though. It looks pretty solid on, you know, on the front of the shins and on the knees. So I'm pretty happy with that. And you're just looking at the back of the figure, and then yeah, you can see all the weapons stored over here, and they all just port in and they connect together, so you could stack these two pieces on top of the gun, and you can see this is a sort of blaster right over here. And then I guess this is another kind of blaster, or this could be the Shi'ar Power Lance. I'm not 100% sure about that. Oh, and I do like that the pegs that stick out of these that port into this gun over here, they're at different lengths so that you can stack them, and I like that. And then you get this doohickey, which is like, whoa, this is pretty badass. I like this a lot. Did come with this little clear plastic cover for it, so you know, you don't have to have that on there. You can remove that, and there you go. I like the colors on this. You see the ports right there on the side, and yeah, just pegs right into the back. So I think that's very cool, but that's not all. You also get this hand cannon right over here, which threw me off. I had to look at the pictures. I was like, where the hell does this go? First thing I tried to do with it, I was like, maybe it goes over a hand. And I looked it up. I was like, hey, I'm a damn genius. Look at that. I figured it out. Would have been nice if this was empty right here, if this is supposed to shoot, you know, blasts and everything. You know, it'd be cool to get a blast port for that, but nope. So as far as articulation goes, I don't have a whole lot to say about Magneto. Again, you know, when you move the head around, it will pop this off. You can get him to look up a little bit though, and again, the hair sculpt is the same on both of those heads, so you know, it's Vulcan body mold stuff. I do like it. I feel like the butterfly joints work out okay. Yeah, I guess they could make them move more if you cut the little mushroom tip thing in the inside there. But we got brand new stuff all throughout right here with X-Cutioner. You have a ball joint in there, so it does pivot. It'll move down, up, and of course turn side to side. And there is, it feels like there's a butterfly joint in there, but I don't really think there is. It feels like shifting more than actually gliding forward and back. You can move the shoulders outward at least 90 or almost, just almost 90, I guess. And then they'll move inward. Let's see, this side, okay, yeah, this side will go up higher. So this is kind of restricting that. Ooh, a little bit of paint smudging over here. I did not notice that until just now, but yeah. Be mindful of that. Biceps swivel, and then you get the pinless double jointed elbows, and then the wrists turn side to side and they hinge down and up, and then you have a ball joint at the waist. No torso articulation, but this is pretty sufficient. I feel like I can move it around quite a bit. I'm trying to get used to this single joint for a whole torso, which is never going to be my absolute favorite, but anyway, you can move it forward and it will move back. And you can see some gappage there depending on how extreme you pose it. But yeah, for the most part, it works okay. The hips do move outward a fair amount. They will kick forward, back a little bit, upper thigh cut. Pinless double jointed knees bend in. Got to get both of them bent, and I did have to heat up both of these figures. So the joints do get stiff, and I found myself heating both of them up. And then no boot rotation, but the ankles will move down. They do move up very well, and he has beautiful ankle pivot. Now to measure out these two figures, you can see X-Cutioner right here is standing a little bit smaller than Magneto, so he's just under 6.5 inches tall, and then to the top of Magneto's head, you can see he's just at 6.5 inches tall. And then for a Magneto comparison, you can see we have our all-new Marvel Magneto right over here. What was the storyline? All-new something, right? But you can see the X logo right there, so two X-Men Magnetos. And then we have our previous X-Men 97 Magneto right over here, which I'm not a big fan of. And then we have the Family Matters 3-pack version right here. I kind of wanted to see some head swapping. Just really quick, seeing some unhelmeted heads on this Magneto right over here. And it's like, yeah, this body mold, I don't know, man. It's just a little bit too small. I'm glad that they went with this slightly larger body mold here with this one, because, yeah, this is just better. They look almost the same size, but this is a larger figure. And I'm kind of curious to see this. Ooh, that fits on there pretty well as well. I mean, I think that shares the same body mold as the last one, right? Well, it's been altered anyway, just to be thorough and just to put this on the Family Matters 3-pack version. There you go. Just want to show that off for you guys. And I didn't know who to compare X-Cutioner to, but hey, I saw him fighting Colossus in some images I found online. I'm sure he's fought a lot of mutants, but hey, there's the two of them side by side, and man, has this figure held up, right? I still love this thing. And then here's X-Cutioner and Magneto next to the other figures from this wave. We have Cyclops, Jean Grey, Goblin Queen, and Nightcrawler. I recommend you check out those videos on each of these two figures, or two sets of figures over there, if you haven't already. And to rank these, which is getting easier to do now because I have my point rating for these two figures, and I already did my ratings for those. So at the bottom of the list, which is actually really hard to do, man. I actually think this is a fantastic wave. It's an easy wave to pick up on all the figures and feel like I'm getting something fresh and new over here. But I feel like the Magneto figure is the least new out of all of them, even though I still really do like this Magneto figure. He's at the bottom. And then we have a couple of ties over here. Next is X-Cutioner and Jean Grey. Yeah, I am happy to get a new Jean Grey figure. I've been wanting to get an upgraded Jean Grey for a while, and finally we have this Jean Grey from this suit done right, I think, or the most right, even though, you know, the design changed a little bit, but I think it's the best one of this version. And then, yeah, I'm happy to have the new character right here for sure, and I think it's a badass figure. And then I'm giving a tie to Nightcrawler and Goblin Queen, and I really love both of these figures, but the number one spot does go to Cyclops. I have a soft spot for Cyc. He was my favorite X-Man growing up. Oh yeah, and let's bring Morph in here, by the way. You know, we got Morph over here. I just put the head in there. That's how he's going to look in the show. They're going to make a figure like that, just popping it on there and changing the paint apps. There you go. You're going to see an animated Morph figure from Hasbro fairly soon, right? Calling it. No-brainer repaint, reuse figure right there. And then here's Magneto and X-Cutioner next to your average 6-inch scale figure. We have the Marvel Legends Big Time Letdown Spider-Man. X-Cutioner, huh? Whoa, well, hey, I'm not a mutant, so that means you can't hurt me and nothing can hurt me. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to show some love to the channel by simply clicking that like button. And if you are new here, be sure to hit that subscribe button. And thanks again for watching, and thanks to all of you who share my videos. I really do appreciate it. And these figures are cool. Again, I really do like this wave a lot, and I do like both of these figures. Now, this is not a version of Magneto I'm terribly familiar with, or that I've always felt like I'd necessarily have needed, but I've been familiar enough with this suit that, hey, it's cool to have one in action figure form. Similar feelings for the X-Cutioner over here, but I do get a little bit more excited over having newer characters, and this figure has a lot to offer. I mean, you get a lot of weapons, and I just really like the aesthetic of it. The design looks very cool, and it's all new stuff with that one, so yeah, that makes me even happier. And overall, I think they're actually very good figures. Like, Magneto was at the bottom of my list, but I still really like it a lot. And at the price point, around $25, I'm going to give Magneto a sud rating of...
It's not so bad.
And at the same price point, I'm going to give X-Cutioner a sud rating of...
I love it.
And I'd like to know what you guys think, so please let me know in the comments section below. If you want to follow me on social media, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, and on whatnot. And I will catch you guys later. Peace.
That's crispy.
Hey, new ShartimusPrime videos. Hey, you should click one. Yeah, click on one of them. Or subscribe if you haven't.
Your face, a sip more shot. Your face, a sip more shot. Your face.